What's up, folks? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with an international comic haul. That's right. Can't, never stop, won't stop, too legit to quit, and all that kind of good stuff. I'm in Vienna, Austria, and I got to go to two comic shops. I don't know what two is in German. It's dos in Spanish, but nevertheless, they don't speak Spanish here. It's mostly German. But yeah, so picked up a couple of fun things. Got to meet up with a member of the YouTube comic community and a couple other fun laundry list of stuff. So if you want to see what I picked up and want to hear me ramble for a bit, stay tuned for the video. Now, before we get into all of this comic book madness, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. So when videos like this one drop ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know, and you can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later, as long as you watch it. We appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. We're going to freely give you stuff such as coupons. How about one for bcwsupplies.com? Use the coupon code SCG at checkout to save yourself 10% on your order. Your order for comic book supplies, boxes, boards and bags, also for coin collectibles, records, etc. bcwsupplies.com. Use the coupon code SCG at checkout to save yourself some coin. Also, if you're like me and you like some good coffee to go with your comics, visit comicsowncoffee.com. Use the coupon code SCG to save yourself 15% on that order. And they've got a lot of comic branded stuff with the new Ghost Machine properties such as Geiger and Redcoat and the like. They are releasing some brand like that, mostly DC though, but they have some Scout and some other stuff. Good flavors on top of that, so that is great. Boom. So yeah, on a company convention here in Vienna, Austria, and it's fantastic weather. And so just been walking around the street, seeing the various shops. And as fortune would have it, there are a few comic shops. There's only one really a retro shop, what I would call a shop where it has like back issues and knows what we're talking about. And we'll kind of go to there first. So I knew that in Vienna, you had the Varangian Vigilante. I probably just butchered that, but Thorsten is from Austria. And so I messaged him a month or so back and told him, hey, I'm going to be in Vienna at the end of April, 1st of May. Going to see if maybe we can meet up. And he said, sure. And so I was able to meet up with him the other day, and he took me to Mad Titan Comics. Now, Mad Titan Comics is the retro shop of which I referenced. Really nice guy in there, and was able to pick up a few interesting things, as well as I was saddened, but I'll tell you about that. All right, first up on the docket, we got Thundercats. Ho! The Perillo variant, issue number 1. Nothing real big. Just got it because I didn't manage to get that in the States. Then we got Asgardians of the Galaxy number 4. Got this because it was a Dale Keown cover. So nice there. Where's a little Throg? See a little Throg? Then we got Conan. I mean, if you're going with VV, you got to get a Conan, right? Now, seriously, picked up this because it's the Pence variant. I've got all the Barry Windsor Smith issues for Conan, but over here, because of the military bases, for the older ones, especially comics, you can get the Pence variants because of their proximity to Britain, and the Mark Jewelers, going back to the military bases, a little easier, it seems. And so there we go. Picked up that little BW Smith action there. Also threw in my bag the Planet Apes Free Comic Book Day. Looked actually pretty cool. So, and then this is an interesting book. This is Dagar, the Desert Hawk, number 19 from August of 1948, a 2.5. So this one is a key for a couple of different reasons. So this is one of the books that was mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent because of a hanging panel in here. You can go on Key Collector and see it. Not really much to be as worried about as what they do today comparison. But the reason why I bought this book is that right there is the stamp. So some people like the date stamps and of course the star stamps associated with Mark Jewelers. This is pre-Mark Jewelers, obviously, but that stamp is because this was delivered to the U.S. occupation zone. So after World War II, Austria was divided up, and you had the Brits had a zone, occupation zone, the Soviets had an occupation zone, Americans had an occupation zone. So this was delivered to the American base. So you knew where this went to way back when in August of 1948. So there we go. So that's why I picked this up. And actually, in talking to the owner of Mad Titan, he said that he had talked to CGC. He didn't submit this book, and to see if he could get that listed on the label. So he said that they would. So I'm actually planning to tentatively not get off track in this video and make it go too long. No, never do that. Just ramble ad nauseum. So I'm tentatively planning on going to Heroes this year. And they have on-site grading there. Kind of thinking maybe I could get them to do that, kind of check into that, because I'd like to get that on the label as a deal. I mean, it's not a deal breaker, probably being too whatever about it, but yeah. So that was why I picked up that book. So that was pretty cool. So also, Thorsten gave me a cool OK German version of Marvel Comics graphic novel. Get out in a minute. Number 4, the first appearance of the New Mutants. So there you go. So picked that up from him. Appreciated that, and certainly would not have been able to navigate all the various subways in rural Mississippi. We have no such thing. So getting off here and getting off there and all that kind of stuff was very interesting, and so appreciate being able to meet up with him. Check out my IG. You'll see posted a picture there. Then the next day, in my walkings around town, I did discover another comic shop. It was mostly like there were a couple older books. I don't want to really reference them as older books because they were from the 90s, but they were older nevertheless. I think he had a couple of new things, some graphic novels, a lot of pops and related stuff. So it wasn't like a vintage, if you will, comic shop. But I was able to pick up a few cool things from there. There are foreigns. And so check this out. Turok, Seed of Evil, number 2. Now, for those of you who remember the video game from back in the day, these are the comics that they released related to those. And so that was pretty cool. So this is of course, this is the German version of this, and from December of '99. So there was actually a price sticker on this. This one came out pretty easy because of the gloss of the cover, but some of these other ones we'll have to work with on there because that was one of the banes. Price stickers. Arrgh! And so, as you saw, none of them were in boards and bags. Just kind of labeled on the shelf. It's Seven Wonders that some of these books are not in worse shape than what they are, probably because they're not typical comic size. But yeah, so this one's from for the Onslaught and several different crossovers to include this cool in Churchill Cable versus Hulk, which I have those two original pages. And a Wolverine story back from where Wolverine had no nose. Yep, his nose was starting to grow back then. Weird. All right. Then we got Green Lantern. Was that 48 or 49? Leads up into the Glow in the Dark issue where Kyle Rayner takes over. And it's a really classic cover there. Then we've got this is, it says X-Men, but I feel like that's Astonishing X-Men. I think that was Astonishing X-Men. are Amazing X-Men. No, that's what it is. All right, so then, of course, this is from the Age of Apocalypse. Cool Andy Kubert cover. Andy Kubert's going to be at Dallas Fan Expo. Might just get him to sign this since I got this. Get him to sign this and sign the American version of this. Joe Mad did the art on the inside of this. Just so dope. Unfortunately, his pages are quite expensive now. Yeah, Astonishing X-Men. I was right. Knew I should have doubted myself. Well, because this is the Astonishing X-Men #2 cover that I got. And but that seems like that's an Amazing X-Men cover. Yeah, they're subject to cross covers, and because the content on the inside here, let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Amazing X-Men is at the back of the book. So there's several issues in here, so they just took that cover. But they put the Joe Mad stuff in here too, which is pretty dope. There's a page in here. Yeah, so that I seen this one for sale not too long ago. Pretty dope. Not a lot of action, but it's funny. But daggum, it's still so expensive. So really dope. And then spoiler, you got this. Has several issues related to the Age of Apocalypse. All German. And then was able to pick this up right here, which is the Sabretooth Red Zone book, of which I've got several pages in here. This also has the lead ups to that, which is pretty cool. So the lead ups to that, where he fights Psylocke again and guts her, and of course then he breaks out, which leads into the Sabretooth one shot, and then the X-Force, Adam Polina on the pencils there, and where kind of like foreshadowing that he's been faking this whole time and he's fixed to cut loose, and pretty dope. Yeah, that'd be a cool book to get something from. This one right here, especially one of the pages. I think there was some water here because, as you heard the pages, Sebastian Shaw fighting Nemesis or Holocaust, whatever he wants to call himself. Pretty dope. And so I've got a raw copy of this issue. This is a Michael Golden cover. Who would have guessed it, right? But a Michael Golden cover, and I'm probably going to get him to sign this with the other one. Now, this one's not chromium like the other one is, but dope nevertheless. So, pretty cool. So, yeah. So, company convention, get to come over here and be able to hit up some comic shops and meet up with Thorsten. So, that was really cool. And plan on going to May, in the month of May, kind of lay low on comic book conventions. I say that, something will pop up. I don't want to go, but don't plan on going to any. And then in June, it's going to be action-packed month with Dallas Fan Expo 1 week, and then the following week going to Heroes. It'd be like the conventions to end all conventions because I'll be broke as a joke. So seriously though, hopefully everybody's doing great out there. And until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.